Hi, I'm Mrs. Williams. I'm a teacher at the high school. You might know my Hazel, who's in third grade, but I'm going to be visiting your class starting next week, and I'm going to be talking to you and teaching you about mindfulness. So I'll tell you more about that in a second, but first I wanted to tell you a little bit about me. So I thought I'd tell you about me when I was in fourth grade. So it's kind of a long time ago, but I mostly remember it. So I remember two things really clearly. So one time in fourth grade, my teacher asked us to come up with like a money system, reward system like V-Bucks, and we were going to design them ourselves. So we had a contest to design like the money, and everyone in the class made this thing that looked like $1, and we all designed it, and I thought mine was really good. We hung them up on the wall, and everybody looked at them. And at recess, my friends were like, "We're not gonna win. We didn't do a very good job. None of us are gonna win." And I remember thinking, I'm gonna win. Like, mine's really good. But it felt bad for my friends to say that like we hadn't done a good job and that it wasn't good. And I remember not really knowing how to handle that. So I did win, and it was awesome, and my money was the money for the whole year. So that was pretty cool. But it was hard to figure out like how to deal with that. And then something else I remember from fourth grade is we took quizzes every week over Indiana history, and we would read a thing about it, and then we would take the quiz. And I got a perfect score every week. And one week we were taking the quiz, and then we would grade the quiz ourselves. And so my teacher, Mrs. Lemons, she would read the answers. So this one week we'd taken the quiz, she was giving us the answers, and we were checking our answers, and I was getting them all wrong, like a lot of them. And I started freaking out, and I cried. And I remember I went up to her desk, and I was crying, and I said, "I got so many wrong, I don't know what to do." And she was really nice to me, but it was embarrassing to cry in front of my whole fourth grade class. But what happened was that she was reading the wrong answers. So she figured it out, and then she read us the right answers, and I did okay. But I just remember being like really upset about it, that I was getting so many wrong, and it stressed me out, and it embarrassed me to cry in front of everyone. So why am I telling you these embarrassing stories? Because I'm just reminding myself and you that fourth grade can be hard, and there are tricky things about it. Like you don't always know how to handle it when your friends say certain things or ask you to do things, or like maybe say like mean things about you or someone else. Like that's hard to deal with. And then also, taking tests, taking quizzes is really stressful, and it's kind of hard to deal with sometimes. And then also, it's hard to pay attention, right? This video, it's not super long, but maybe you already zoned out because it's hard to pay attention. You've been out of school for a while, you played a lot of video games maybe. So paying attention is hard in fourth grade and all the time. Even when you're old like me, it's hard to pay attention. So here's the cool thing, is when I come visit you, we are going to be practicing mindfulness. And what that means is we're going to be training our brains to pay attention a little bit better. And like everyone's always saying, pay attention, do this. And like no one ever teaches you how to actually pay attention. So we're going to do that. So each time that I visit you, we'll practice mindfulness. And then we'll kind of talk about like what it was like. And we'll add a new skill each time that I come. And it can help you with things like we just talked about. So paying attention, knowing how to deal with like feelings that you might have, like anxiety or stress, or just like happiness or sadness. So being able to handle feelings a little bit more easily. And then also like dealing with other people too. So like how to have a really good friendship, or how to like relate better to your mom. So helping you with relationships also. So that's our plan. I'm super excited to come over and see you guys next week. I'm gonna bring you a little present, and it's gonna be awesome. So If you have questions, you can ask your teacher and they can send me an email and I'll write you guys back and let you know. But I'll look forward to seeing you next week.